Hi, I'm Ruby and I do things. Welcome to my channel where I mostly talk about collecting, particularly dolls. So today was supposed to be an unboxing, but it went not great. I was trying a new recording location with a new method and it was a very, very messy, almost 30 minutes of footage after well over an hour of trying to film, so I decided to cut my losses, and since by the time I was done, the doll was fully unboxed, just do a review. This is the Bratz GCDS Sasha. As you can see, she is fully articulated. She has like 3 different arm joints. The trade-off for this is that this one particularly keeps popping out of its socket, and also they don't hold poses very well, which is a complaint I had heard, but I didn't want to internalize until I had seen it for myself. So yeah, see, it just popped out again while I tried to move it. If I can. Popping it back in is probably a 2-hand job. Maybe it's more than 2 hands. There we go. I keep wanting to pose her like this, but she won't stay like that. So I suppose it will be... I couldn't get the GCDS dolls have very hard to open boxes, which was part of the problem. But their stands are, like, attached to a cardboard backing. And I got that whole thing set up, but I couldn't get her to stay on the stand. I don't know if it was because of the corset, though, because I really do love this corset piece. Of course, she originally came wearing this coat. I took her out of it over the course of what I did film. It's got a belt, a backing. Is this a thing for the stand to go for? I don't know. I am not an expert in collector level dolls. I'm not really an expert in anything. But, you know, I decided I'd go over the doll since I've got her. I'd give my opinions. I didn't think I was going to like dolls with baby hairs and edges like this, but I think hers look really nice here. I really like her hair, too. It's kind of messy. The braids got all tangled, but there's several layers of them of varying lengths. Well, there's 3, I think, but that's kind of a lot as far as dolls go in my experience. And it is very, very long hair. At the longest parts, it's more or less, yeah, it just about reaches the floor. But the floor relative to her shoes. The boots are my least favorite piece. I think they could have stood to have more detail on them. But what little detail we do get, I'm trying to focus on it. If I can get it to focus. This says Bratz. There, you can see it now. This is just, like, molded on plain white buckles. I think if these were painted, like if the... Oh, it's not even buckles, it just says GCDS. Maybe it is supposed to be, though? I don't know. I think if, like, the GCDS part here was painted gold, then that would look better, because the heels have this nice gold detail, which goes nicely with the bag and the earrings. The corset, which is my favorite piece here, is silver, and I do question, looking at the whole doll, why that was the choice they went with for it. I think they should have gone for gold or silver, but also I'm not a fashion designer. Because GCDS is like a fashion designer brand, I took a look because most of there have been like two. The two Bratz collaborations that we've had have had like clothing collaborations that go with the dolls. And yeah, GCDS is like a fancy designer brand, like $300 to $500 shoes. It is very strange to me that those things exist, but, well, I mean, these are like collector level dolls, and doll collectors in general tend to be the kind of people who have money to throw around. Well, okay, I shouldn't say in general. I should say the ones that, like, these are presumably being aimed toward. The other collaboration we've had was the Pride doll collaboration, and that was more affordable, but still out of my price range. Which is sad, because I kind of liked a few of the pieces. Also, just because I think it's interesting and worth noting before we start going over her individual features, I just want to note that GCDS actually stands for God Can't Destroy Streetwear, which I thought was very funny when I found out about it. So, for the doll herself, we've gone over her hair, we've gone over her clothes, minus this jumpsuit. Her earrings just say Bratz. They are very nice gold color. Her purse says Bratz GCDS, if I can get it. It says GCDS Bratz, actually, but yeah, there we go. The corset, if I turn around, has a clasp to take it on, put it off, or take it on. Her face has this very nice screening. I love how shiny her lips are. I love her eye makeup. Like I said, I really like the hair edges that she has. Her eyebrows look cute. I would pop off the boots to show you just how long the pants are, but I've had a hard time getting them back on after doing that. There are a lot of issues with this doll, especially considering the $65 US price point that they are typically sold at. But there are a lot of nice details, even if it feels kind of Rainbow High-ish to me with the overly branded aspects. Like, the boots say GCDS, the purse says GCDS, the coat says GCDS. That's part of why I don't like it. I do like aspects of it. I think this would be a very fun coat to put on, like, a custom Cruella de Vil doll, which I have considered doing. If I can get this. It's backwards on that side, right? But GCDS is also right here on the sleeve of the corset. Like I said, her articulation, she is very articulated. Wait, do her legs not have any? No, she has snap knee articulation. Okay, she has snap knees, which seem to work okay, but her arm articulation is not good. It doesn't stick, the joints are loose and sometimes just straight up pop out. I expect more from something that is advertising itself as having a great deal of quality. This is a doll that comes with a certificate of authenticity. I do not think that, like, this should be the standard for that sort of thing. She comes with so few pieces. And then the articulation in her arms, which is the most impressive thing on offer here, doesn't work as well as it should. The fact that this is as close as I can get her to the pose I want to have her in. And the fact that it's not going to stay in that pose. Great, I popped out the arm again. It is very, very easy to do. I do really like this doll. I'm glad that I own her. I received her as a gift, but I do not think I have any interest in getting Yasmin after this. I thought about it, and I thought maybe if I like Sasha, I will try. And I do like Sasha, but I do not like Sasha enough to try and obtain the other one. I'm mostly upset about the fact that I couldn't put her back on the stand, because that means there's nothing to do with the other box right now until I figure out something. I don't know, maybe I'll find another doll to slot in there and see if the stand is the problem or not. I'm sorry if you can hear that outside. That should probably be my cue to wrap it up. Anyway, she does have some good articulation. Her legs are good. The knees bend. That's always good. That's nice. But the arms leave a lot to be desired. Maybe some of it is the jumpsuit. I don't know, but it's a very nice, like, stretchy seeming fabric, so I don't think it's the problem. I am going to go put her away now. Find her a good spot, set her up, put her purse with her. Oh, right, the last thing. Adding to the weirdness of how everything is gold and yellow, so is the brush. Also, she has braids, so I'm not entirely clear why they gave us a brush, but I appreciate it. As someone who is relatively new to collecting, at least collecting newer things, in that I've had a few for a long time, but mostly lost a lot of the pieces over the years. Because I wasn't collecting for collecting. I just appreciate having the extra brushes. I only have like 4. Also, this is the first Bratz brush that I've like been able to take out of the box, which is nice. They've got nice star shape generally. But I think that will do it for today. If you like my content, please consider commenting or subscribing. Thank you for watching.